Hello everyone, how are you? This is Yvette and today is another day of watercolor, and today we're going to be painting together the Aurora Borealis that I prepared for you, and we're going to have so much fun. So I'm going to flip the cameras to start sharing with you the materials that we're going to be using today. But if you're here, I would like to hear from you. So if you can say hi in the comment section, I will know that you are here with me sharing this painting. And if you're enjoying my videos, remember, don't forget to subscribe, yes, I am doing it, to my channel, and as well to hit the little bell, like that as soon as I will add a new tutorial or I post a new video, YouTube will let you know. So let's start. Thank you. So let me start by sharing with you. Hi Chris, how are you? Some paintings, and I'm going to share the brushes that we're going to use and then the paintings that I'm going to be using, okay? So first let me share with you, this is a picture and I use a small format, and because I like to control more the watercolor when I am painting Aurora Borealis. And I use Arches, and it's a very good brand of watercolor. Actually, I totally recommend you if you don't want to feel frustrated when you are doing this type of blending. I use a cold press and it's 300 grams, so it's a really good paper and it's a big size. So what I do always is I cut in half, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So but before, let me share some of the samples that I have here for you guys, and how I like to practice before the class, so like that I will understand more the process and how the different paper works. And here are some samples for you to check what you can do with the same technique, okay? So this is a card, and then this is another one with more, the colors are not transparent, and that's what I was looking to have, more like a transparent colors. Hi Janie. Then I have another one, and I have another one, okay? So today I'm going to be using, as I told you before, the Arches paper that I have here prepared. And now I'm going to share with you the brushes, which brushes I'm going to be using today. So today I'm going to start with a 10 long round by Bevel Touch. Then I have this tiny one, number 1 is a round by the same Bevel Touch. Then I have these two, number 2, same brand. I'm going to be using my pencil, this tiny brush, to add some of my white mask to protect the little cabin. And for the stars, I want to use a Pro White, okay? So I have my green masking tape because I want to tape all around my paper, because at the end I want to have this beautiful white frame. So I'm going to be taping it. Hey Holly. So I want to be sure that the tape is really protecting the page. Sometimes the watercolor go in the bottom of the masking tape and it leaves you these marks. And when that happened to me, I am relaxed. It's like, yeah, it's part of the watercolor, so it's like a mark, but a good one, you know? It makes unique your painting. So let me know if you're going to be painting with me today, because like that I will give you time to catch up with me. Or if you're going to be just watching this video today, and then you're going to be doing it another time in your house. So this video is going to stay in my YouTube channel for the next 3 days, and in my website. That let me show you the link of my website. If you wanna come and check the video that I have already there, I have some free tutorials, and I have another one that you need to tip to on the link. And I have so many things going on now in my website, so if you have a chance, I am inviting you to come over and check it out, okay? So let me now check the camera of the paintings. Here I have all my paintings. So today I'm going to start working with my yellow. It's a cadmium yellow from a H. Graham painting. That is a really good brand. Then I have this Newton, and it's a permanent sap green that I want to add a little bit here. The next color is going to be my cerulean blue from Winsor & Newton as well. Then, of course, I'm going to have my phthalo blue, just to give a little bit of the phthalo blue between the purple and the light blue. And we all love, or at least me, the Pines gray. For the pines and the bushes, and let me add the picture, like that you guys will have it in front of you. And the black. Again, for the pines and for the mountains that are far away. Okay, this is my... I have my 2 glasses of water. And let me just put it like this, like that. You guys can see it, everything. I want you to see the whole enchilada, okay? And I have my soap to protect my little brush, because we're going to be using the white mask. So I'm going to be preparing the brush first. Hi, Heather. Yeah, I'm just moving a little bit more my palette. And I want to cover all the bristles. Okay, I'm going to put it aside a little bit because I want to start doing my sketch. So with my pencil, the first thing I want to do is to draw the line of the horizon line that is going to be where the cabin, I'm going to set the cabin. So let's do, it's going to be my horizon line. Okay, and the cabin is going to be here. So let's draw the cabin. So how we're going to be doing this? So the first thing I want to do is a rectangle. And then in the top of the rectangle, a triangle. Straight. I was like, what? Okay, as soon as you have your sketch, it's time to use the liquid mask. So let's grab our little brush, and I'm going to go just the outline, because as I'm going to be painting the background, the sky, I want to protect the cabin. You can just go the outline, or you can cover the whole cabin. Whatever works good for you. When you feel more confident or more secure, that's the best way to do it, okay? So now, just I want to add this line. bit and clean this brush because the product is so strong that if you don't clean, the bristles are going to be damaged. So there you go. So I'm going to use my hair dryer because we want, oh you know, no, because I have, well yes, I'm going to be using my hair dryer to accelerate the process. So I'm going to mute you a little bit, okay? Okay, I'm back, and the answer is no. No, it doesn't come with the little brush. This little brush, I found it, and I went one time to Sally's and I found those little brushes in Sally's, and I was thinking, oh, this is good. If you don't have that tiny brush, you can use a tip brush, toothpick, or like a tiny small thin brush. But you need to be careful if you use a good brush because the product is going to be damaged. The bristles, if you don't clean very well your bristles, okay? So let's keep moving. And what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to prepare my color palette for my background, okay? So I have here my yellow and my green that I'm one of the principles that I'm going to be using. And then I have my light blue and my dark blue and my purple. So I'm going to add some water. To all of them. And remember to have 2 glasses of water. One is going to be for your brush, to clean the brush. The other one is going to be for your clean water, to add clean water into your paint, okay? So then the cream, this is good. Now the light blue. To the purple because the purple is very like heavy color. A little bit is enough. And my dark blue. Okay. And a little bit to the pine gray. When I'm doing this, I feel like I am preparing a soup. So this is our soup of colors, okay? And when everything is ready, I'm going to clean very well my brush. I want to be sure that I don't have any paint, because now it's time to wet. I'm going to put my glass of water close to me. And what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to use my clean water, and I'm going to wet the whole background. And as you're protecting even if you're protecting the cabin, make sure to not go inside, just in case that one little drop was not covered, one little part was not covered, and you're going to finish with a color that you are not expecting. So this is very important, to wet very well your paper. You can use the light of your lamp or your window to check the reflection. Okay? I'm going back and forth just with water, using my big brush. You can use a mop brush as well to do this, but as the paint is a small size, so we're thinking of handle it. So I hope the volume is good, guys. I need to put the volume up, or it's working good for you now. Okay, so as soon as you feel that you have covered everything, now it's time to start by applying first some of your yellow. Load your brush, and I'm going to start by adding my first paint. It is going to be this nice yellow, and I always like to have like bigger size in the top and smaller in the bottom. Okay, I'm going to clean my brush, and I'm going to go with my green, but I'm going to paint like leave a separation between the green and the yellow. And remember that when we're doing watercolors, as soon as dry, we're going to lose some of the color, like the tone is going to be lighter. So don't be afraid to add color, okay? Much better volume. Good. So let me keep moving. And I want to add this beautiful green. Then I want to add my light blue. Oops, we have a happy accident. It's okay. Let's keep moving. You can even have more like lines on blue. So here is when you start like having fun. This is my dark blue, because there is no perfect way to do it, you know. This is just a technique, and I'm sure you will look at this. Wow, I love it. And look how the watercolor is moving. Okay, let me clean my brush, because I want to use a little bit of the light blue again, just here in the bottom. Clean my brush, and I'm gonna grab a little bit of the purple. Woo! See? That's why it's important to have a very wet paper. Then let's add purple here. Nice. And again here. wetting my brush, clean water. Okay, so here is where I'm starting, like, okay, what is the plan? So I need to start like thinking, what is my plan? So I'm going to grab a little bit of my gray, Pines gray, because I want to add part of the sky. And again, the paper is still wet. That's why I keep going back and forth with the colors. Clean my brush, and I can even swap the colors. With a clean brush, you can peel colors, remember? You can peel the color. So let's add another area of Pines gray. Oops. Remember, happy accidents always. You need to follow what the paint is telling you to go. I have a hard time with another papers, but with arches it's like, no, you don't have like a problem at all. I want to grab a little bit of black in this part and more in this area, more my, not black, my Pines gray. Okay, and I'm going to clean my brush, and I want to mix my green with my blue here, because I want to add this green in between. Okay, clean my brush, clean water, and I'm going to swap the color here because I want to make it more like the blending, more soft. And by doing this, you're cleaning the color, but at the same time you're helping the watercolor to blend better with the water. Okay, so we have here more space, so I'm mixing my green and my blue, and I want to add this green here. Okay, so if it's still wet, you can keep working with the colors. Just yellow. Going to swap a little bit the color here just to make it smooth, and in between. Okay, so I'm going to dry it to see if we want to go back and add more, maybe more pine gray to have more stars. But let's first, well, you know, now that I hear this is, guys, this is the mind of an artist. Okay, I want to add a little one here, just tiny one. Okay, and if you want to have white areas, remember, just wet your brush and swap the color. Okay, swap the color. Okay, so now I'm going to dry it. Okay, so I'm going to mute the volume a little bit. Okay, so let's keep working here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wet again the black areas. First, of course, clean your brush And let me grab a new piece of paper. Be sure that your brush is clean water, and I want to wet this area. And I want to add my Pines Gray in the middle, like this. Okay, clean your brush. And wherever you start seeing these marks, just add water, just in the edge. But remember that whatever you add, you're going to be able to see it, okay? The mark, you're going to be able to see like the mark. So when you want to soften the lines, just add water. Okay, so the next is going to be this one, and I want to have one here as well. Water, and remember, add the water besides to blend the colors. Clean water. Okay, and this part we're going to leave it alone, and we're going to work. The next part is going to be the bottom. So for the bottom, clean your brush, and we're going to decide where the light of the, like I want to say, it's a little lake of pound over there. Okay, so it's going to be in front of our cabin, so I'm going to be wetting it first, whatever you want, how far you want your lake or your pound. So wet the area, and let me check your comments. Okay, and now I'm going to use a light blue with water. And we're going to add the same colors that we add in the sky. We're going to be adding in the bottom, okay? But the reflection are a little different. So I'll add a little bit of purple. Okay, clean your brush, and then we want to add the green with the blue, a little bit as well. Clean your brush, and we're going to add a little bit of the straight yellow. Close here. And we're going to make these lines. Clean my brush, and I want to add a little bit of the light blue again. And in this corner, a little bit of my purple. Okay, and I'm going to leave it alone. Okay, so now I'm going to be working the pines and the little mountain that is behind, while this is drying and this is drying. Okay, so I have my like tiny brush here in my number 2. I'm going to start with my number 2 to wet my brush, and I'm going to add water into my black. And I'm going to start by adding and painting a mountain. This is dry and this is dry. And we need to remember to peel the masking tape as soon as, no masking tape, sorry, the white mask. As soon as the lake or the pond is dry, we're going to be doing that. Just now I want to take advantage of the time, and maybe here we can add a little tiny, just the tip of a pine here. It's far away, so it's tiny one. And this line is going to like represent more pines, but they're far away, so you cannot see perfectly the lines. So I'm going to load my brush again, and I'm going to start by applying the bottom part on this area. And I'm going to flip my brush, going to change it, and I'm going to be using the number 1. And I'm going to start adding some pines as well that are very far away. Some are pines, some are bushes, some others are trees. Here we need to have fun. Here we have one that is taller than the taller one is going to be here, and just start like adding some branches here and there, touching the paper, tapping the paper. And maybe we have another one smaller here, and again tapping, leaving some areas, some holes to see through. Tap. And now I'm going to dry this part because I want to peel the white mask and start working the land, okay? Okay, so first you need to be careful if your fingers are clean, Then now it's time to peel the white mask. Okay, and I'm going to go back with my number 2. I'm going to grab some of the black, and I'm going to cover this part, and I can even leave some areas like with no color. Just need to be sure that I have a straight black like this, and then some, you know, extra pieces here and there, a straight line that maybe will be like another little pieces of, I don't know, like plants or that are inside of the water, you know. Here I'm going to go with a straight line, and later on I'm going to add some bushes around, but now it's time just to keep some area where the people can walk, you know. And it's amazing how each painting change. It has its own unique style. I'm just using a straight black. And I want to go all around the pond, of this part of the lake, making sure to give enough color and to protect as well the background. You want to cover it, but you don't want to like cover everything in black, you know. And maybe here we have actually a little, like, not hill, but something coming down. Okay, so I'm ready. So I'm going to move to my number 10. I'm going to grab a little bit of my pine gray, and now here I want you to notice that I am using dry paper with wet. I'm going to go back with wet and wet, but I want to give a little bit of texture, of color, and different tones. More than texture, I want to give different tones. Okay, so now I'm going to change to the black. Can you hear my chair? Like quicking? It's crazy. Okay, so I'm going to wait this to get dry, and then I'm going to add more layers of black. Okay, so why we don't start like painting the cabin? So for that I'm going to clean my brushes first, and I'm going going to still using my number 2 because it's pointed. I want to grab clean water and grab a little bit of my light blue. I have it here. More water. And I'm going to add a little bit of the blue dry paper again. And I'm going to be using this part of my brush. Just to give some texture of, the light that is reflecting the lights into the roof. I say ceiling before, but no, it's roof. Okay, just a little bit. So now I want to have some of brown, and this is a new color that I want to introduce. So let me grab. We can have. Let me just look with all my paintings. I have a box. Let me grab my bags. I have a yellow ochre that we can be using. I have this yellow ochre. I'm going to move my palette a little bit because I want to put a little bit of here of my yellow ochre. And what I'm going to do is wet my brush and grab a little bit of this yellow ochre, and I want to add color to the wood, so I clean my brush and I'm dragging the color with clean water. Grab more of the ochre. Clean water. Okay, and now I have a little bit of burnt umber. Clean your brush. I'm going to be listing of the colors in the description area, so don't worry. Okay, and with that I want to add in the bottom of the roof to allow it just to blend as a shadow, and also here and in this part. Okay, so now I want to dry all this to keep like working more the detail. Okay, I'm back and I'm going to work first the details of the cabin using the same color. Okay, and I'm going to add some pieces of wood. This cabin is made by pieces of wood. I'm going to add some. I want to have lighter color, so I'm going to add a little bit of water. There you go. Lightest. Just like showing that something is there. You don't need to be like super precise, and maybe this part of the woods are the opposite side, like direction. These are horizon and these are vertical. Okay, so I'm going to grab again a little more of the same brown because I want to have more definition in the sides of the cabin here. There you go. And I want you to see how I manipulate the color by dipping my brush into clean water and then moving the pigments around. Again. And it's better to start with lightest color and then start moving more your tones and adding more like darker colors, because when you add at the beginning dark color, it's really hard to go back and recuperate the light of the paper. Okay, so I'm going to wait a little bit this to get dry, but we can work this part. So I'm going to go back with my black. Yeah, you're never late. Thank you for coming. Hi Christina, good to see you here. So I'm going to work again this spine. I'm adding some of the bushes again, and by doing this, the shadow, the black area, is going to be rich and deep. And here you can see there is like a light area that we can be working and adding more bushes. That's what I'm going to be doing. Just give me one more second. So I'm adding more of my white, and here we can play with the black. We need to wait here to make to add some of the bushes, but here we can keep moving. And it's like it's night, but at the same time you can see through the light some of the areas here. Yeah, you can rewatch it later. It's going to be 3 days in my fan page. No, sorry, 3 days in my web page for free to watch, and here in YouTube as well. And if you're my patron, remember that part to be of my patron is to have the access to all my videos. If you're in the amethyst tier, you can access to all the videos and to all the tutorials for free. So I need to add more black here. Hi Angie, good to see you here. Your iPad is better. So I'm adding black and water to my brush. And I want to have a big, bush living in this part. So I'm just tapping, and I am allowing the brush with the watercolor to make these stamps and marks. So I'm just allowing the watercolor to do its magic. Here we can have more reflections, more bushes. Keep moving your painting, building, filling the paint. Okay, so here I'm going to show you something. Remember that we had been using our credit card with this part. I'm going to add some little tiny plants that live close by this pound. Okay, let's do more. Let's do some ones that live here. So add first the black, and then with this part just make these tiny plants Okay. Oops. So let's finish to add this black here. And can you tell that I am not covering all the paper because I want you guys to be able to see through different tones of, you know, the pinus gray and the black. Very close black here because they're part of these two pines. And always I like to work by odd numbers, right? So if we have too big, I want to have here one tiny. Like that we will have the 3. Okay, so with the long part of my brush, I'm going to take a little bit of the paint and I'm going to start adding some texture. Again, let's do that again. By doing this, it's like you are tell the story that there is something there but it's too dark that you cannot see through, but you know, it can be a little pieces of grass, okay. And even we can even add a little, you know, branch here. And it's too black that you can just see a little bit of the branches, but it's there. Okay. Okay. So let's keep working with the cabin. So I'm cleaning my brush. And you can use a 0, you can use a 1. Let me read to you guys. You know, I will use it, and what you can do, Angie, is to add to that gray that you have a little bit of black. Okay, the idea is that you start using what you have and then move from there, then you can move forward. Yeah, before buying things, use what you have. So here I want to add first at the bottom of this part of the root shadow here and a shadow here. Wet your brush and add the water beside the line. And by doing this, you're going to soft the shadow like this and like this. Okay, so I'm going to grab again black, and I want to add a little tiny window here. You can do it with your tiny brush, or you can do it with a Sharpie. And then we have here a door. And we have some bushes living beside the door, this door. Tiny one. And then we have one window here. And another window here. And more little tiny bushes. Tiny tap, 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 tap with the tip of your brush. Okay, so I want you to clean your brush very well, and I want to go back, grab a clean water to your ochre. Yes, the yellow ochre that we use, and grab a little bit of the umber and just mix it a little bit just to change the tones. Grab a little bit with the tip of your brush, because I want you to add some reflections of the background, you know, of the roof, like this. Just tiny one. You want to see the bluish, you want to see white, and you want to see this like shadow. Here I'm missing something, so I'm going to grab a little bit of more of my umber, and I want to add a little bit of more umber in this little line here. Some water. Okay, and I'm going to wait this part to get dry, because I would like to add a little bit of black, but I want to be sure that it's dry. So I hope you are not impatient like me, because watercolor is jealous. That means you need to wait. Just very soft like this. Okay, I'm going to wet it and use a little bit more of the same brown, but this time I want to add more water, and just I want to go to add just a little like frame, but very soft, around the door, and a little bit around the windows. You don't need to just go all over, just apply some lines. Your eye is going to finish. Okay, so here we're almost done. Just I want to add a little more of texture and living plant here. Take advantage that you have your pine gray in the bottom that looks like your light shadow, to add whatever you want to add. Okay, I want to have like darker color here, also here. And now we're going to start adding some of our Pro White. Okay, so for that we're going to use a tiny brush and clean water. So I'm going to grab a little bit of my white, a little bit of water to clean my brush. And I'm going to start adding some stars. Something that I like to do when I'm like painting stars is to move my paper in all directions. Let me show you what I mean. Give me 1 second. Then move it like this. Like that you will have different sizes of stars, and they're not going to look like, you know, cookie pattern, cookie cutter. You can use again a toothpick to be doing this. The back part of your brush. And try to have different sizes of stars, because we know they are not the same. When you feel okay, I have enough, flip your paint again. And you will find new areas to add with. Some stars are really close to each other and other ones are far away. And the idea that you can see through these colors, something is there. Aurora Borealis are so amazing. I get amazed just by going to Google and look for the pictures. Do you have opportunity to watch in person? Have you? It's in my booklet list. Where you live? Can you see the Aurora Borealis? Okay, so let's move it again. And by doing all this, like move the paper this way, by the time that you go back where you start, you are almost there. So this part is like a light gray, but you can see some lines, you can see some stars coming, showing just a little bit. And with your white, you can go back and play with the white. Add water to your white. And just move the white. Whatever you feel like, I want to have more white here. That's the beauty of this Aurora Borealis. There are no rules on how they look. Okay, so now the last thing that you can do is just to add more water into your white, and just add some little reflection of the white in the pines. And the left side of this pine is no snow. That way it's important to have more water, because it's not going to be like white, it's going to be just like a highlight. Some on the bushes, and you will see that when it's dry, it's going to dry more like a light opaque gray. Hello Canela, hello Lola. Yeah, those are my puppies. As much as I talk to them, guys, I'm going to have a live, please be quiet. It's like, no mom, what are you doing? Here I'm going to add in the left of this bush some highlights like this, and in the top. Okay, and a little bit here, because we have some bushes here that live in the bottom of this pine, so we're going just to add a little bit of highlight. And this is something that I like about this product, that when it's dry, it doesn't dry. If you add water, it's not going to dry as white. Okay. Oh, thank you, Jill. Your family from Illinois? Oh, really? No, from South Carolina, Indiana. Yes, I am from Texas. No, we don't have that show. Well, good for you. Okay, guys, so almost done. Just adding some highlights. Well, I cannot imagine, like, for instance, to live in a place where they don't have sun. Like, what about 8 months of the year they're in darkness, like in Alaska? I will not be able to live there. I like winter, but I like to know that I'm going to have my summer. With the same white, I'm going just to add some highlights here, and just a little bit. Okay, so I think I'm done, guys. I think I'm going to call this painting, and let me show you the one that I did before today. Let me just off this and this. And I want to move all this stuff because I want to put the two pictures together. So can you see the different? So the Aurora Borealis are different, but the idea is the way that I paint this is the way that I paint this. Just the difference is the hand and the color that I add. But I want to go different, like that you guys can see how far you can go with the colors. So let me check on you guys, and remember to subscribe to my channel. If you subscribe to my channel and you push the little bell that is there, YouTube is going to telling you when I upload a new video, a new tutorial, or when I'm doing a live. So please guys, share with me if you decide to paint this. I would love to see it. So share with me your painting, and my you can come over to my group, and let me show you the name of the group. The name of the group is Creative. Let's Get Creative, and it's in Facebook. If you would like to join us, that would be awesome. We have every week we have a new painting, and these paintings stay in my web page. Let me show you my web page. If you want to go and check some of the other tutorials, you can find it here. So yeah, we have so much around. Oh, thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Angie. You know, Angie, you will, I promise you, if you keep practicing. As I shared at the beginning, to be able to paint one, I was painting and practicing with different papers until I understand the process. So see, so here you have 4 pictures, 4 paintings that I try to have this one. Okay, so even artists, we need to learn the process all the time, because like for instance me, and let me just let me share this with you. I paint watercolor, color pencil, regular graphite, and acrylic. So my brain all the time is flipping in and out, and let me show you. Okay, so let me talk to you a little bit. So all the time I'm painting different techniques. Like now I'm painting a graphite portraits, and then next week I'm going to be doing a class in watercolor, and then another day it's going to be acrylic. So for me, I need to be like a processing what I'm doing. That's why I need to be doing sample of what I'm going to be teaching, because it's like a flipping the technique, and my brain is saying like, okay, what are you doing, Yvette? So yes, so everybody needs to be practicing. And something that I learned through all these years, more than 20 or more, is that if I don't expect nothing from my work, then whatever the results are, I'm going to feel happy. So don't compare yourself with no one. And I think it was a hard teaching for me in life, but as soon as I understood that I need to compare with myself and my old, I don't know, 3 years ago, how was my paintings, how were my drawings, then it's good. But if you compare with somebody else, you don't know if this person spent 8 hours like me every single day painting. So yeah, it's better just enjoy the process, learn the new technique, and you just give yourself and make as much as possible. And as we always say, and the most important part sometimes in the result, that the process and the route and the people that you meet, and to be there, where are you now? So yes, so this is Voice of an Artist. I hope you learned something from me today, and remember to subscribe to my channel, to make a comment, and please give me a like, because you know how is YouTube and Facebook. More likes, more comments, they will allow us to show our creation to more people. Thank you so much for coming today, guys. And Patron is our club. So I had been in Patron with my Patron, I want to say it's going to be 5 years this year, or 4, I don't remember. But the important part is the group and the community that we're building inside Patron. I have different levels that you can participate with, and you can be part of this beautiful group of ladies. And we have a chat room, we have a secret group in Facebook, we have as well private classes, we have challenges. We have I share my books. I have 16 coloring books already, so I share every month. I share 5 different illustrations for them to color. Plus we're very close. We have a beautiful community. I think we're doing something really good. So if you want to know more, let me show you. This is my Patron. There you go. If you want to see more about what is Patron about it, and what are the different levels that we call it tiers, and what are the rewards to become a patron, you can find more the information in this link. Okay, Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for all my patrons that are here. And remember, make a big smile, and enjoy the process, and happy painting. Love you all. Bye bye. Thank you, guys. Bye.